Good morning. Just about 11:30 on the 4th of January, Thursday, 2024. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. Someone asked me about the angels and demons that I use, so I thought I'd just do a quickie video to help a few traders learn a little more. One of the things I try to do is educate traders. After 30 years in the business, learned a couple of things. Some useful, some not. Don't always get the trades right, but we do try to take our stops when we're wrong and try to determine if there's another play that makes sense. A lot of times, if you're wrong, the best trade is to do nothing, size things up, and then perhaps reverse. Today is probably a good example of that for most shorts who are convinced that we're just going down to infinity. I observed certain things that told me be very conservative. Let's use 445 as our support. Free market, and if it holds, then perhaps we could get some legs and get up and close the gap, and then some if we're lucky. So let's get back to the angels and demons. Here is your overnight demon right here, this bar that I am pointing to. That clearly has not had its high exceeded. I use 3 minutes. This is Kevin Haggerty's signal bar technique. I call them angels and demons. I give him credit. Wonderful trader, used to run a desk at Fidelity, and I give him credit for this technique. This is not my original work, although I have added some things to it. One of the most important things is he used 5-minute bars. I use 3 for the NASDAQ especially. And I also like to put a center line between the angel and demon. I find that that's usually pretty instructive about a directional move. If you can't get past the middle, then you're coming back to test support, and obviously vice versa. So the low of this bar right here is 580.25, and that's the demon. On the other side, we've got this bar. We had multiple attempts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angels that got beat. And then finally, this one takes root. And 489 is the angel for today, and very long legs. Typically, a professional trader likes to enter just short, especially when the bars are small. Just below this, that's the entry signal to come back the other way. And they never get put into the trade if it keeps bouncing going higher. That's why it's such a great technique. Today, right now, this 580.25 so far is holding. We've not taken out the high of that bar. And we're coming back in, obviously, to that 562.5 pivot, system pivot. And that's why I said earlier on Twitter, let's wait to see a signal that these guys are coming short. Anybody's got a trade on short side coming into that 562 to 550, get paid for sure. Great trade from the angel and demon technique. And this is probably profit taking by the long side. Notice when we have a very long angel, you're probably better off trying to buy near the lows or the middle as opposed to buying up here. It is a more conservative, but a lot more risk in the trade. And we could see this turning point at 95, 495 that held. Everybody into that 50 paid for sure. What a great trade. So that's your angel, that's your demon. A couple other charts I'm looking at. 590.25, 2-day middle. I thought that might be resistance for now. Turns out it was for profit taking. Don't know if the Taylor Day 3 method is in play or not. 592. The weekly level 2 resistance for now. And here's our pivot, 601.5, likely resistance pivot for now. 562.5. This is our base pivot. Our extreme one is 484. Extreme two is 406.25. And I use the mid pivot as today's support. Let's try buying today to get a bounce and see if we can close some gaps, at least get back up and test obviously that 522 area, which was yesterday's low. Just putting a couple of charts together, trying to help a few traders start the new year right. If you're in a room with ego traders who are calling out every single trade, you're in the wrong room. Those traders love to profess their prowess and don't get caught up in it. Focus on your own trading is my advice. Too many traders out there trying to impress everybody else, and in reality, the most important thing we can do is take our own trades when we like them and get out of trouble when we're wrong. And this is our chart today. This is a 5-minute chart. In my opinion, the most, and this was where this first target was paid for sure. And then the next rotation, we catch the bottom of the pipe and then we take root again. And then this is the one that drives through and just pushes to test the overnight high. So for now, we're going to use this 520, 522 as a very important support idea. Yesterday's lows. And if the shorts cannot get it back in there, then it probably is Taylor Day 3, and we're getting a bounce. My belief, and I said that earlier today, was that the low may be in already. And this one rotation right here is the one that convinced me that shorts had better be a little bit more conservative today. Yes, we want to hit bounces, but think of them as a trend trade with the generals leading. And if the generals are not making any progress, that means they're not really serious about taking it down today. They'll wait for better entry. It could even be at that 2-day level, a little bit higher, that 625, 627 area. So middle stop for now. Unless we can get back down here, then the next resistance back here, 627. All right, take something out of the day. Hit and run is my favorite technique. I love to play hit and run. Gives me time to get up, stretch my legs, go to the bathroom, take a walk, visit with my wife, whatever. This is a business. It's not just about trading as your whole life, in my opinion. Got 47.67, not quite achieved for ES. That was my target on ES today if we broke out the 57s. And we're going to follow the ES because ES is obviously something that so many traders focus on. I want to keep my eye on that as well. All right, play well. Hope you have a great day and have a wonderful new year. He's signing off for MarketWizards.com.